Okay.
Okay. Have you ever been on your way to a party and realized you forgot your birthday card?
No.
Well, most of you probably have, and I'm going to show you a quick, easy, fun way to make it your own birthday card so you don't have to buy one at the store.
Stay tuned.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, welcome to Saturdays in Stitches. I'm Angela, owner of Mended Hearts Quilting and Boutique in Ellsworth, Iowa.
And I'm Erin. I'm the sales manager here. And today we're here to talk to you about everything and nothing all at once.
So, if you don't want to listen,
Timestamp is below. And we don't have a kit talk today, but we do have a talk about the quilt hanging up behind us. So stay tuned for that. That timestamp will also be below. And stay tuned for my demo on how to make these fun cards. I don't know how well it's coming across on the screen, but this is actually Space Kitty. This is one of my favorite things to do with my fabric scraps. Look at the kitty on here. Isn't that cute?
it is cute. It's very cute.
And Miss Taylor did the artwork in here because she's an artist. I am not. But stay tuned because I'm going to show you all about that. All right. So,
Everything and nothing.
what have you been up to?
Okay, I would like to say this, and I don't want to feel like I'm alone. So in the comment section, I really hope somebody will be like, oh my God, that's happened to me too. Do not make me feel alone. I was sewing not this particular one, but I was sewing rows on a quilt last night, and it was one that had gave me some fits, and so your cat keeps sliding.
I know.
So it is a quilt that I have struggled with. It gave me fits. It all started with a ruler that's in the garbage now, and it's just went from there. So I had to pin very carefully to try to get my points and everything. So I had my whole entire row pinned out. I had it rolled up, and I was sewing the row, and it's rolled up everything here. I pinned myself right in the boob. Have you ever had that happen? That pin, because you got the pins everywhere in your fabric? Okay, well, this is a warning then. If that's never happened to you, I'm just like and I'm trying to unroll, and a random pin just poked me right in the boob.
I will say I have like grabbed the quilt and like grabbed pins.
Oh yes,
ooh, that hurts.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, by comparison, I'll take my hand getting poked any day.
Well,
so that's my PSA for the week. Be careful when you are sewing and you have pinned fabric up against your torso.
all right.
I know I'm not alone. Just comment.
So you pin your boob.
Oh my goodness. Sharp needles, sharp pins. Okay, yeah, so let's see. What did you do this weekend?
Well, last week we went to the Iowa State Fair.
Yes.
That's the first time I've been there in probably 15 years, I think. It's not my normal, not a normal activity. I'd be like, yeah, let's go to the fair.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. It's usually really hot. The day we went, though, wasn't awful. It was hot, but it wasn't, like, unbearable. But we went and we saw the Hardy concert, which maybe my kids didn't know who Hardy was.
Mm-hmm.
Country rock. He has, like, that rock and roll vibe.
He's been around forever. But I think back in the day, didn't he write more songs?
He said he used to write, and he sang some of them, and they're all, like, songs you would know.
Oh, yeah, yes, exactly, yeah. Because I saw him in concert last year, I think it was, and yeah.
It was probably my second favorite concert of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so good.
Who opened?
I don't even...
Not a name.
McCoy.
Mm.
Something McCoy. I didn't know any of his songs. He was good, but it wasn't anybody I'd heard of before. But Hardy put on an amazing show.
Nice.
Yeah. My favorite concert of all time is New Kids on the Block. And it was just a couple years ago. It's not like it's from my teenage years, but their energy is just amazing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
when you get in there, it was amazing. But Hardy, like, everyone was just happy and, like, and he has that rock and roll, like, rock out moments, and it was just amazing.
I think my favorite concert depends. I mean, I've had several over the years. I can't say that one is like my most all-time favorite, but I think that's the ticket. Like, when you're there, if everything else disappears around you and you're just singing and concentrating on what's happening on that stage, that is a successful concert, I think.
And I know we've talked about this before. Not on here, probably, and I probably shouldn't even say it, but...
oh, look what I talked about earlier. Let's just go for it.
So, we both went to Jelly Roll concert,
Yes.
Post Malone, a month ago or whatever. It was outdoors in July in Iowa. It's 150 million degrees out. And it's at the college football stadium, and we were almost to the top. I think there were 2 rows behind us. Not a big deal. I don't mind it. What I mind is the whole stand's shaking, and I think I'm gonna fall to my death. I couldn't relax. I couldn't enjoy it. It was too much. And that's my anxiety. I'm scared of heights, and I didn't like it.
So the only issue I had, and with that whole concert, really, I kind of knew who Post Malone. I mean, I knew who Post Malone was, right? I know who he is. I know some of his songs, but everybody was talking about him going country. He went country. I was expecting a country concert, and I don't know what that was. That man. And then I'm watching him. He looks like a homeless dude who's high on something. He was literally rolling around on the stage, no shirt on.
And
I don't
he didn't
even
have
know.
shoes on.
No shoes. He was walking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I'm looking at all the girls in their little outfits with their little cowboy boots, and and I'm like, ooh. No. Yeah. You could find that same thing on any corner in Chicago. What are you doing? Well,
and I don't know if you noticed it. This is a big pet peeve of mine in any world, but especially with a performer on stage. He kept spitting.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Ugh. I can't do it. Do not come around me and spit. If you're my kid, you're going to get slapped in the face.
Oh my goodness.
But he kept spitting the whole time, and I'm like, oh, stop it. Like, you're on this giant screen, and they have you.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't paying so much attention to that.
That's a thing that just... If I see it, I can't not see it again.
This amazes me, and this is like a perfect description of our society right now, which I think is very disgusting, quite honestly. Okay? It is. I was at the Iowa State Fair last year. Jelly Roll sold out that stadium at the Iowa State Fair. Sold it out. It was the most, I went to a lot of concerts that year. It was hands down the most amazing concert. When that concert got over, I looked at Grace and said, oh my God, did you get a picture? And she goes, nope, neither one of us touched our phones.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
The entire time. He sang songs, which are his current ones, which I Am Not Okay. That's like my theme song, okay? If you want to add that in the background as I'm talking.
I don't know if one can, and two, it might be copyrighted.
It probably is. But that, it's just that song we can all relate to because none of us are okay. And it's so amazing. And so that everybody's singing. And then he sang like classic rock. And I mean, he was just all over the place. But Grace and I, you know, me 56, her 17, we sat there singing word for word. I think there was maybe only a couple older songs she didn't know. It was incredible. Okay. Now we fast forward and Jelly Roll opens for Post Malone. But in the meantime, it's all over social media, like he got divorced and blah, 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 and apparently...
Lost 200 pounds.
Yeah, and I think, so apparently the fan base is choosing her over him, but that stadium was not very full.
No, it wasn't.
And a few people that I knew that were there were saying, well, you know, he's going very religious. I don't care. I mean, do we really care? And then somebody I know who was there was like, if I want to go to church, I'll go on Sunday. I'm not coming for a concert to go to church. And I'm just like, that is not the point. Like, there was a lot of people up front. I don't know if you saw that, where they had like cards where like
I couldn't see that from my seats. No.
Okay, well they were holding up their banner things and stuff. But one of them, like, she had lost somebody.
Oh,
which is kind of...
I do remember that.
Again, that can be a part of the I am not okay as well. It's just in general for me. but you know, and so it was like, it's a healing song for a lot of people. It's a lot of his songs are, and I don't know. I just want to say, you know, get off the man's butt.
Well,
I mean, he's talented, and I mean, his songs have so much meaning.
Well, one of my friends, like, I completely forgot about this, but, okay, so Post Malone was at Walmart in Ames that day, or the night before, or something, so she sent me this post about it, and I'm like, I could care less.
Right,
like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
And then the next day when I'm at the concert, she sent me a message, she's like, you said you didn't care. I said, I really don't care if he's there or not. She's like, but you're at the concert. I'm like, ugh. I am here. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's not.
I'm not fangirling over Post Malone.
Yeah.
No. What was I even getting at? I don't even know. I can't remember.
Just
where
that
I was
whole
going.
like society, like seeing a famous person and
there's
being
that.
all crazy.
Yeah. Now I could get crazy if Donnie Wahlberg walked in right now. We'd have some issues.
I'd be like, where's Mark? Move along.
But I'm not fangirling over Post Malone.
We could be sister-in-laws.
Oh my god! You think they're both gonna divorce their hot rich wives?
We're hot and poor. What's the problem?
See you later, Kevin. Got Donnie. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh, I know where I was going with this.
Is Carly over there Googling the Wahlbergs?
Yeah, like, Donnie Wahlberg. What 80s star is that? What I was going to say was, she said that whole stuff about Post, but she goes, well, I can't even listen to Jelly Roll anymore because he's getting a divorce and I'm on Bunny's side.
I know. What has that got to do with?
Do you even know her real side? I mean, you know her podcast side, but like, how much of this is for show?
I think they're both great, and I think it's a lot for show. Let's not be, nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors, and I like them both. So, and who are you to choose sides? Just No.
And why do you care that much?
Yeah. Anyway,
I just don't.
I did see not too long ago that he was going to take some time off from touring.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Which, when he's back touring, I will be back up there again because he sings my songs. So. So.
Well, could they just do it in air conditioning in the inside?
Well, and
I mean, that's all I ask.
They've already booked like 4 big acts for next year already, so there's going to be a lot more concerts.
I hope they're not country music singers that I have to go listen to.
Somebody said that they're going to be selling alcohol there now.
They've been saying that, but I've never.
But then
they did at the concert. They do at the concerts.
Well, that's what I thought. And
But
I thought,
then
wait a minute, what? Are they just so they mean it's going to just be in general, like football games?
I think so.
I don't know if that would be a very good idea. Maybe that's what they were talking about, and then saying it's not a very good idea.
Because the first concert, George Strait, they ran out of beer. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how do you host thousands of people for football games every year, and somebody's like, well, they don't serve beer at football games for college.
Yeah, because they ran out.
Them who's running it.
And it's not. Yeah, I found that out.
Yeah,
I didn't know all that back stuff, but I didn't even think about, like, college games don't serve beer. I mean, it makes sense. Iowa does. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's not every college, you just choose, maybe.
Well, I wonder, though, did that have something to do when they got in trouble for Visha? Visha? That's it, yeah. When that all got taken away.
That was like 20 years ago.
I know, but they still don't have it. Man, they punished hard. That's what you get for tipping over cars and climbing up light poles and...
Yeah, I remember.
That was a generation.
Sneaking out of the house, and we'd sneak down to Ames for Visha.
Yeah.
And,
but I wonder.
Well, what could go wrong? I don't know why my parents care that I'm going when I'm 16. And then you see all that stuff, yeah. What could go wrong?
Oh, gosh. I just wonder if it's... I'm gonna look that up. I wonder if it's always been a thing that they have not served alcohol in their stadium, or if it was just because of that whole event that they locked down the alcohol.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just thought it was every college because they didn't want people drunk at colleges.
Good luck. Isn't that like a rite of passage?
Well, I mean, like in the stadium.
No, I know what you're saying. Like
I've seen
sloppy.
someone sneak in a whole vodka bottle, so I'm not sure how good they're doing at locking it down.
We went to it was before COVID. One of the country bash. You know, it was all outdoors for like 2 days, and I would much rather people watch a lot of the times than watch these shows that I don't know who's singing. Like there, you don't always know the people. There was this group of women. The kids, they were like 14. They still talk about this 10 years later, and because they were flashing each other, and this is where the kids learn like country concerts are real. Like they're hardcore sometimes.
They are hardcore.
Yeah, they were all flashing each other. They were doing lots of things, but one of them was drinking out of a sun lotion bottle, suntan lotion.
Oh God, I hope that was clean. Like, really good.
And that was all over the. Like Facebook at that time, like, oh, you're going to a concert, just sneak it in your lotion bottle. Well, and you can buy them like on Amazon, like empty, so you can fill them up.
Oh, okay. Of course, you can buy everything on Amazon. How can you not?
Yeah, but like, so that's something like that will always stick in my mind. And the poor kids, they were traumatized. But like, do you have to drink that bad that you're sneaking it in?
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a whole nother Saturday topic.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, lots of fun stuff. Did you eat? Well, I know you ate a lot at the fair. Or I don't know about a lot, but different things.
Yeah, I posted all of my stuff on my personal Facebook page, like every picture of me shoving food in my mouth. Those, the pickle dogs.
I never found those.
They have 2 different booths with them in, and they're so wonderful.
They need a map of, like, food stands.
I really don't want to go back on Friday, but Eddie's the Iowa State Marching Band is going to be down there marching, and so
Oh.
of course he'll be down there marching.
Where are they
through.
marching at?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're marching like on the main.
Like doing a show?
Yeah, like
or
doing a
whatever
show.
They call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it's going to be on that main drag, but I had to find out. And then there's some concert on the free stage that Grace and Jason want to go see, and that's fine. But I mean, you know, I think, well, I can go see Eddie all the time, right? I mean, just get tickets to an Iowa State game and go. And I kind of would prefer that, but I'm like, oh, I could go get another pickle dog. So I'm not sure. I might go again on Friday and get another one because I really, really love them. And I can tell you they're on the main drag.
I'm not going back.
Do you know where the pork chops are in case you go next year? Do you know where the pork chops are? They're like kitty corner from them.
Okay. Listen.
I'll draw you a map next year.
We walked around what seemed like for hours looking for a dirty soda. There's supposed to be a place with dirty sodas.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, did you find them? They're in all that.
We found one place. Yeah.
Where I'm talking about the pickle dogs are. They're all in there. There's some in there.
Yeah.
Let's see, I started with that. Then I ate a gyro. Then
Did you get a lobster roll?
I did not because the lobster roll place was very busy. Did you?
No.
Okay, the lobster roll, before I talk, I want to be like, it was very busy, and also that shrimp shack was very busy.
Yeah.
But I feel like seafood out of a trailer in the middle of the state fair,
And it's 100 degrees outside.
I feel like my stomach would not agree. So I did not. But man, they must be good because everybody was there at that lobster roll place.
And then there was a place with walleye on a stick.
I wanted that.
I did too, but I'm like, it's not, it was pretty warm outside, and I just didn't think.
I did get a cup of watermelon, which everybody makes fun of me. They're like, you come to the state fair and you get a cup of watermelon? Yes, because it's delicious. It's only $3 for a big cup of watermelon. So
It's good to
let's
hydrate
see
yourself.
and then Grace got this cinnamon roll, which I think just the cinnamon roll itself would have been, it looked absolutely amazing. But then they put apples, like chunks of apples and sauce all over the top. And then they put caramel all over it. Oh my God. I didn't think I'd be able to eat a whole one, so she just got one, and then I was taking bites of hers, and I thought I should have got a whole one. Oh my God, it was so good. What else did I eat?
We had the deep fried pie, like in the shell. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Pete got the apple. I got cookie dough pie.
Oh, okay.
So it's deep fried cookie dough in a shell. With ice cream on top. Can't even pretend like, it has apples. It's better. But it was so good. And it's not anything I would ever want to eat more than once a year, but it was good.
Did you get the ice cream dipped in butter?
No, I didn't know about that either.
I saw it on the news, and then people were asking me if I tried it.
That doesn't even sound good.
And then I saw a woman on social media who tried it, and then they were asking her, and she goes, well, it kind of grows on you. And I'm like, no, if I'm wasting my calories and my intestines, I am going after the good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I don't know, butter, ice cream, yeah, dipped in butter. I can't, no.
Between the pie and the dirty soda that we did find, that was enough sugar for like a week. I couldn't do any more.
Let's see, I had crab rangoon after that, and then what else? I had a big tub of popcorn at the concert.
Oh my God.
What else did I have? I paid for it the next day. My stomach was a wreck. I have been eating so good. And because when I started doing Pilates, I'm like, oh my God, if I'm going to put this much work into myself, I should be eating better. So I've been eating really good. So yeah, that really destroyed.
Yeah.
Like the next day I had such an upset stomach. I know I ate something else, but I'm trying to remember what it was.
I didn't feel good that night. So, yeah, but it was a good time.
So Friday, my daughter's going for, it's a donut packed with mac and cheese and brisket. I don't know. So if I go on Friday, that's what I'll be trying. And I'll be back for my dog and for that cinnamon roll. See, I may just have to go for that. I really don't care to go again. I saw what I wanted to see. I mean, I can message them, bring me back this, and give them a whole list of the food I want them to bring.
Well,
but when it's not fresh,
Well, there's that.
I mean, fresh out of the fryer,
There's an app you can use this year to order all your food and get it delivered to a location.
Yeah. Yeah, they have little
pickup spots. Yeah.
So other people will stand in line so you don't have to.
I should have done that.
I don't feel like I had to stand in line for that long anywhere.
I didn't either. The reason I know about that is Mikkel was talking about it, and about her son gets anxiety in lines and stuff. So she's like, maybe that would be a good option instead of dragging him from booth to booth.
Well, I saw a booth, and it just caught my attention because people have been talking about it, but there was a line at the booth. There was all kinds of bags behind them, but there was a long line of people in line trying to get their food. So
and I wonder,
I just think you're going to have to stand in a line no matter what.
You're at the Iowa State Fair. There's 100,000 people there. It's just what you got to do.
Yeah. So did you? So after your concert, did they have fireworks?
They had. Well, first they had T-Mobile had a drone show.
Okay. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know it was drones. Didn't know what it was. So the people behind me were probably like, oh my God, she's the dumbest broad I've ever met. But I was like, we stood up and I thought fireworks were going to happen. And I said, Grace, what is it? I've never seen fireworks like that. Like they were all rising up and twisting and there was all these colors. And I go, oh my God, Grace, what is it? What is it? And we're watching and she's like, I don't know. And then we're just mesmerized. And then it all comes together. I go, it's spelling something. What is it spelling? T-Mobile. I was like, what the? Beep, beep, beep,
So
beep, beep.
we were starting to walk out and they started going up and I'm like, oh wait, he's going to do something. And so then it starts, doing his thing and it starts spelling a word. I'm like, it's coming. And then it's like, T-Mobile. What?
I know.
That was the biggest disappointment. I thought Hardy was doing a little extra show.
Same thing. I thought it was part of the show. And I was like, oh my God, I've never seen a concert end this way. What is this? What type of fireworks are these?
Yep. T-Mobile got us both.
Oh, I'm very disgusted with T-Mobile right now.
But then after that, there were fireworks.
Yes.
But they were on the other side, and there was a building, and I couldn't see anything.
I don't know. So we come out of the stadium and I'm trying to think of go east, because then we go out that east side on the opposite side of the carnival. And so we could see all the fireworks as we were walking out. But I was just trying to get out. I don't know how many people were at yours. There was over 17,000 something. Yeah, she sold out. So I was just trying to hang on to my kids.
They're old adult. They're adults, but
whatever. They're grown ups, but I'm like, oh, don't get lost. Don't lose your mommy.
That's what my kid does to me. Like when we were at Yellowstone and there's people everywhere, he's like, Mom, and he grabs my hand. He's like, stay with us. I I'm okay.
Oh my God. My kids would do that to me on the school trips, like, because the bus almost left us a couple times in Washington, D.C.
You're that mom.
I'm that mom.
Oh my
so my
gosh.
kids are texting and calling.
You're the one that I'm on the bus going, where is this woman? Why are we waiting for her? The rule is you're here or we leave.
Yep, and I'm the one that's with my bestie, and we're like, running for the bus. Don't leave us.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my God. Oh well. All right. Wait. This is quite the
I'm
talk.
glad
We
I'm
probably should start
glad
talking.
that I'm not the only one that got taken by T-Mobile though.
I was so
I was
sucked
like,
in.
here he comes.
I was in the zone, and I really was saying that to myself, like, I've never seen fireworks like this. And even when I was describing it to Denise, she goes, what was it? And I go, I don't know. She goes, could it have been drones? And I go, I don't know.
Didn't you see like 4th of July on TV anywhere where they do the big drone shows?
No.
Oh. Well, they're all over the place.
I had no idea.
So pay attention.
God dang. Oh my God, let's talk about this and not how ridiculous I am. Because that is a whole 2 or 3 hour episode. So last Saturday, I demoed for you this 3D flying geese quilt. So here it is, all done, put together. We talked about other things you can do and so forth. So again, it was the Front Porch pattern. This one took 9 fat quarters for the colored part, and for the wings it's 14 background fat quarters. But anyway, it's a really fun pattern. We talked about a lot of things you could do with it. But as I was putting it together, I thought, wow, you could just flip one of these back in the middle and stitch down.
Really cute.
And it would be like a cathedral window. If you've ever made one of those quilts before, it would be similar to that. And that would give it a whole nother look, because instead of your straight lines, you'd have curves everywhere, which I think that would be kind of cool. So I haven't decided how I'm going to finish it yet, but it's here. And then we thought that we would, it's not necessarily a kit, but we thought we'd talk about some of the fat quarter bundles we have here in the shop.
This is, the one you have your hand on, is one of my favorite fat quarter bundles. So this is, I think it's Sable Swan. Mm-hmm. And we do have some of the yardage too on the bowl. It's just so fun with the beiges and different prints on there. Like one of them is a crossword puzzle, which I think is the coolest thing.
And it is black, white, ivory, and beige.
Yeah.
And to pull all those in together in a collection is pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, so here's the crossword print. I know you probably can't see it the best, but I'm obsessed with that one. But that would be so pretty.
I like the one on top. It's like a collage.
Mm-hmm. And it pairs really well with this purely neutral collection. So you would probably, if you were using both, you'd have to be a little picky about your darks in here, but you could definitely make something work. And if you don't like it for this project, it would be amazing in any fat quarter project, because they're just so...
And I think this one, it's tans and grays.
Yeah.
And to marry a tan and a gray together is insane to get the right tones to have that come out. But I think this would be a stunning, stunning wedding quilt.
Ooh, it would be. Mm-hmm. And then you can add some of this in there for some detail.
Yes.
Yeah, because this like tan and gray together does not ever sound appealing, but look how beautiful it is. Mm-hmm. So there's those. Oh.
And then this and I pulled because it's backgrounds. So this particular one, it's just called Sewing Collection, and I just went through. Now the top one is Janome. It was their 100 year anniversary fabric they put out, but the rest of them in here, it's just all different. There's yellows, creamy colors.
There's a real soft pink in there.
Yeah, and off-white, and everything in here has got something to do with sewing on the fabric, but it's just a great bundle of backgrounds. So if you wanted to do something with this, these backgrounds would be wonderful. Even using this Liberty fabric that's on here, they would be so cute with that as a background.
This one is Zooming Chickens. So this would be a fun farm print one. You could fussy cut the chicken head. Oh, it's right there. And get that right, like in the center. That'd be cool. But there's all kinds of different bright colors in there. Stripes, words, egg yolks. Just fun. This would just be fun. Oh, this is yours.
And this one, oh yeah, Live Out Loud. I mean, we can't love these grungy looking fabrics enough. Seth After. This is a fantastic bundle. This would be great with all your colors and then whatever you want for a background. And then we talked about this last week, but the Snoopy fabric, how cute it would be to make it a kid's quilt and then fussy cut Snoopy out and have him like peeking out from behind.
That would be super cute.
Yeah, so we do have the peanuts, and this has been a whole thing. You're going to start seeing peanuts everywhere because of
everywhere.
the copyright. Yeah. So
and
yeah,
I don't know if it's done yet. Well, it'll be done by Saturday when you guys see this. But we also have a second version of the peanuts pre-cuts. And they are more of a wintry theme.
Yes.
Which would be super cute.
Yeah.
This one is Laguna Sunrise. So you can see in there all the peaches and purples and greens and happy colors. It's just springy and bright and cheerful. That would make really fun, different geese on there.
And so this would be a good one because you have your lights and darks in there.
Yeah.
So you could
make
easily have your backgrounds all in just one
that's
fabric
true.
collection.
Yeah. And then the last one we brought in, which we have more back quarters on our website, menedheartsquilting.com, of course. But this one is Moda Mabe. I think it's Mabe. I always like second guess how to say it.
Man, it's one of my favorites that we have here. It's just such rich colors.
Yes, for sure. That'd be really pretty. So all of these would give you a different look, but you would still have an amazing quilt. I really like how your Liberty fabric came out. It turned out really nice. So, if that's not enough projects for you, stay tuned for our demo. I'm going to show you how to make cards with some of your fabric scraps and stuff you have in your sewing room. So I wanted to show you guys what you could do with your fabric scraps and give you another way to look at them and show you like how to make a card. So this card happens to be from OESD. So we have the A7, the 5x7 cards, and these are the same ones. So, sometimes they're like 6x something cards. It doesn't matter. Use any size you want. And if you don't have the pre-done cards, you can also use cardstock. So this is something I want you to go into your sewing room or your craft room, and just when you need a card or it's a holiday, a birthday, you can pull out some scraps and make one that's super special for whoever you're giving it to. Okay, so this is the one that I made. It has some decorative stitches on it, so I used the 3817 that we talk about a lot. And then I put some cats down here at the bottom. Isn't that cute?
In case you're not a regular, it's Aurifil thread.
Oh, yes, sorry. Aurifil 3817.
Yes. And that happens to be the 50 weight.
It is 50 weight. You could use whatever weight you wanted on how you want it to look on your card. But to get started, let me take you back to the beginning here. So we all have a bunch of scraps in our room. And when you're no, none of us do.
No,
none of us do. Okay. Well, in case you don't, we do have it on the bolt. But okay, so here's where these pretty kitties come from. And all you have to do when you pick your fabric, I like to use Heat and Bond because it's lighter. You can also use Steam-A-Seam, which is a double stick. So then you can stick it or take the paper off and stick it and reposition it. Sometimes on cardstock, that's not always the best. And then you're just gonna adhere your Heat and Bond to your fabric, and then you can cut out your shapes. So this one, I fussy cut around the cat. And then I just cut little shapes out of there as well, just for something fun. And then there's another cat in the corner. So you have all these options. That's what they look like. And I always put my adhesive on first and then cut, because then you're only cutting once instead of twice. And then this just peels right off and you just iron it down wherever you should want it. Okay, if you've been watching us for a while, you know I don't worry about paper and scissors. But do you, in your opinion, like, is cutting adhesive or like Steam-A-Seam or Heat and Bond, is that like cutting paper?
That is hilarious because I use these scissors and cut my pieces out with my Steam-A-Seam or whatever's on it all the time, and I don't think twice about it. And I love these particular ones because they grab the fabric and that paper and cut through. Now I wonder, I mean, this, if you use your fusibles a lot, you'll know it's very waxy. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that's the difference between cutting with plain paper and cutting your fusible, because it has that wax on it.
I could see that. And these are Karen K. Buckley's, and they have a micro serration in them, so that's what she means. Like, it grabs onto that, so it cuts nice. Mm-hmm. It was just a question that popped in my head today. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to use whatever scissors I want.
That's because you cut your hair with your scissors. No, I will say, for somebody who's very picky about what I use my scissors for, no, this has never been an issue, and I've never thought twice about it, and I think it's because of the wax.
You might think twice now.
No, I don't think I will.
You know?
Because I've never had a problem.
I've
never had a problem with it, so, yeah.
It was just something that popped in my head, so I just wanted to make sure I asked you. One of my favorite things to do, though, okay, so we have this beautiful card.
You can make a two-headed cat.
I know. They were all going the same direction, or I was going to have them, like, peek. But
oh, yeah, that'd be cute.
And Miss Taylor did the artwork in the inside. If you cannot do artwork like that, that is okay. You make these fun and whimsical for you. Because let me tell you, when you give this card to someone, they don't care how it looks. They are so impressed that you made them a card. That's all they care about, in my opinion. But you can see I went around the edge here, and this is me tracing my cat. Now you can do zigzag. The little guys, I did a zigzag. You can do a blanket stitch, whatever you are comfortable with. But this is a great way to practice and use some of the stitches on your machine that you might not use on a regular basis. And if you don't like seeing this, you can take either a piece of fabric with Steam-A-Seam and cover it. And I'm going to show you that more in a minute. And then you just have a pretty top. You can also take a piece of cardstock or construction paper and just cover it, and then nobody's gonna know it's there. But I like to leave my stitches out because then they know it's homemade. That sounded bad. Yes, I want you to know I made this.
Well, you could put right on the back of it,
Made by.
handmade
Yes.
by.
So yeah, that's what I was intending today, was to do more decorative stitches, because our machine, the Genomes, a lot of them have like pre-programmed words, so handmade by or with love, you know, all those things. So it's a good, easy way to use your scraps and to use stitches that you may not normally use. I also love making bookmarks. And this one is as simple as a piece of cardstock that I cut. This is 2.5 inches. I cut my fabric 2 1/4, put heat and bond on it, and just pressed it down. My husband has a bookmark that I made him years ago, and it's still going. I didn't stitch it. It just works. Then you can take, and this is OESD's perfect hole punch tool. And it has different size tips, so I'm going to put in the biggest one. I couldn't get a hole punch through there with the fabric and the heat and bond. So I'm going to use this pressing tool, or I keep saying pressing, cutting tool. And let's see. Well, I wasn't really centered, but that's okay, because this is whimsical.
Oh, everything I do is whimsical.
And then I'm just going to poke my ribbon through there. And you can tie it off whatever length you want. These are really cute teacher gifts too, I think. And I didn't do any sewing on this. This is just fabric, cardstock, and heat and bond.
If it's for a teacher, you could embroider or sew like their name on it.
Yes, absolutely. You could put their name on here. There are so many options. Like, that's what I love about this. When I started this, it's just endless. Like, my mind just keeps going and spinning. Like, oh, we can take it and do this and do this. And keep going with it. And so I cut this from cardstock, but you can at a craft store find already cut bookmarks, already done notebooks, or not, note cards, like anything you want cut, you can find it at the craft store. Or if you have a Cricut or a Scan and Cut, this is a great way to use that as well. Also for bookmarks, and I thought this would be cute for, so like if you have leftover binding, or you have a bunch of scraps left over from a quilt you've made, you could take some of your scraps and make a card out of it and make a little note card when you're gifting it. Because everybody gifts everything. Like, we very rarely keep stuff for ourselves. So you could, you know, use some of that fabric from that same quilt and then have a matching card. And we've shown these before. This is a leftover binding strip. But then you can take your little template, and I do have my heat and bond on here. And then you have a cute little shape to put on there, and it takes 10 seconds. So, sky's the limit with these, because you can just keep going and going and going. And now I want to show you that also, let me trim this down real quick before I show you. I'll clean it up a little bit more too, but OESD has designs that are made for the embroidery machine for their cards. So this is one of their little baby card designs. So you can see the little onesie in there, and if you follow us at all, you'll know I'm not very traditional, so I made sure I used some dark fabric on there because we hear a lot like, you can't use dark fabric for babies. And I do.
I do now.
But this one, I was putting the cover over it so you couldn't see the stitching on it, and then I'll go back and trim this down. But then you have this whole space here. You can write whatever you want in there. And then they have a super sweet memento card that they can put in their baby box. And don't forget Christmas. So all this Christmas fabric that we have that's super cute, you can take this and make a card with it, a bookmark, or whatever you want to make with it, but you can fussy cut all these shapes and put it on there. Oh, one other idea I had. See, it just kept going. This design is from the embroidery machine. Whatever I was planning on doing with it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so then I just have this sitting in my scraps. But then I could take this and cut it out and put it on the front of a card. I think that'd be super cute.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And usually when you do like a square on the front of the card, you would blanket stitch around it, and that really makes it pop. And you can also take some sparkle paste and sparkle up your cards. So this is glitter paste. It is machine washable once it's ironed. You can put it on your fabric, or you can put it on your cards. We have it on name tags. We have it all over the place here. So it's just like a glitter gel, but it doesn't shed glitter everywhere. And it comes in multiple colors. I just picked the fuchsia. That'd be fun on everything. So I guess that's kind of it. It's a different way to look at your scraps. Like, go into your room and see what you have, and if you don't have scraps you like, come in here and buy some fabric. We have plenty to show you to fussy cut with. Another thing I was thinking when I was talking about using these shapes, like on a little note card, you could put your washing instructions on there. If you ever gift a quilt, I usually put washing instructions with it. So you could make a cute little note card and write your instructions on there, and then they'd have that to keep as well. So yeah, that's my whole thing here. If anyone has any questions, I'd love to chat with you about it, but that is it.
Yes, so show us your note cards and your bookmarks when you make them. We love seeing what you guys do. Thanks for hanging out with us today on Saturdays and Stitches.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.